Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Ken Knows Gambling. I know the last couple videos you've probably heard my air conditioner in this house. I've got 2 units for the house. One for upstairs, one for downstairs. They're the ones that are outside. But I don't know. I got to get my ductwork checked because it just stays hot upstairs. So I have a portable unit, not a window unit, a portable unit on one side of the house, a portable unit in my office, a portable unit in my bedroom, and then there is a window one in my wife's craft room, but we don't hardly use that. So I've got 5 big ass air conditioners running, and it still stays hot up here sometimes. It's craziness. Anyway, enough about me. It's Friday morning here in Katy, Texas. I've got a new schedule at work. I now work Sunday through Thursday, so I'm off dedicated every Friday and Saturday, so that ain't bad. And we're going to do session number 4 of the lay 10 across Kkg. That means it's my way. And what I've been trying to do over the last few sessions is just show you what you can do. But here's the thing about gambling, y'all. It's mental. It's very mental. And when they tell you in specific rules, don't borrow money, you don't go gamble on borrowed money, you don't do it on rent money, you've got to be able pretty much to be halfway stress-free at this shit, is have a bankroll that you can light on fire. Truly, light it on fire. Like this $3,000 bankroll. Boy, if that means something to you, that's a car payment, that's a house payment, that's some kind of a bill. Then, to do what you need to do, you're going to stress when it goes bad. It's just mental, okay? But if this is $3,000 that won't affect your life at all, no, I don't want to lose it, but if I did, it don't affect my life at all. Then it's an acceptable risk, and it's so much easier on the brain. Okay, this is what causes so much stress in gambling, because people ain't using a dedicated bankroll. It's from other sources that they need, and it causes stress. But if you've got a bankroll, and I don't care if it's 3,000, 1,000, 10,000, doesn't matter. If you could just take that money, light it on fire, and it won't affect your life, then you might be able to go and enjoy your time at the table. Enjoy your time at slots. Enjoy your time at whatever you're doing in that casino. But most people don't. Okay? I'm just trying to show you here just different ways that you can do it. And I've got a couple more that I'm going to show you as we go along. Okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and get this together. We're going to be off. I think I did on yesterday. Doesn't matter. Here we go. Let's get a point. There's an 8. And then I'm going to show you a couple other things you can do. Alright, there's a 5. There's one of our hits. 25, 35. We're just going to put that in the right. Whoops. In the right. Let's get another one. Uh-oh. There's my 10. Damn, I didn't want that to happen this early. These come down. Alright. Let's get our 7. That's an 8. That's the point. I'm keeping this on now. Now it's a 7 versus a fucking 10. It's the battle royale. Ooh, that was close. That's 11. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, man, I might not get to show you guys shit. We got 10 of them out there, man. There's a 7. All right. That's just the risk you got to take, man. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's, I've lost 3 and 6. I've lost 9. So there's 5 of it back. And we're gonna, let's see. We lost 3, 6 is 9. We'll come back down to 6. That'll be worth 3. No, we're just gonna come down to 8. Let's get it back. There's the 7. Bam! Boy, that's worth 4. Alright, now we can put this shit up. There. Got it back. Alright. Let's start all over again. We're up $35 though. Ain't no perfect way to do this shit. There's always going to be a chance of bad, no matter what strategy. You just got to get through it. Alright, here we go. Get one. Yo, 11. Oh my God. Another 10. Fine. Here we go. Maybe the 10s get me today. Alright. 10 is the point. Doesn't matter now. Now it's just a battle royale. There's an 11. Boy, these dice are rolling high. 5. 9. Let's just get my 7. Get out of the pickle. 5. 6. 3. 6. Come on, 7. 2. 7. Alright. Jeez, man. Maybe I should switch to the 4. Alright, there's that back. And let's start all over again. Alright. Let's get a point. 5. Now there's been enough 10s to stop that damn thing. There's another 5 points hit. 25, 35. There's 1. We need 1 more. 1 more. 5. Back on it. Now I'm gonna show you something else. 3. 11. 5. Alright. One hit. Win 35. So when we come back out, alright, first of all, that's our second hit. Alright, so we can take this down for a second and we can bring everything down. Because we know we're in profit. Okay? If the point hadn't have been hit, we'd have been up and then I'd have showed you. But now let's just wait for a point and then I'll show you. There's an 8. Okay. I've been talking to a few guys. Waylon said something to me yesterday about another thing that you could do. And it's dealing with singles. I had to tell him, I'm going, yeah, you're right. You definitely can do this shit. You can do any of this stuff. But when I roll this stuff, I don't like dealing with singles. These are my $500 chips. But, just for one run, I'm going to show you what he said. Alright, you know when you're in profit, you're either coming back out like that, with no hedge on the lay 10, so you're risking 60. If the 7 comes, you do lose. It was profit. You didn't go backwards, but it was profit. Okay? Or, you know, if you did that, doesn't matter. So let's say you did that. I've got $50 at risk to the 7. Okay? Well, what about this? And I've told you this one before. What if you take that risk? It's risky. You risked it anyway out here. If the 7 came, you're going to lose 50 bucks. Option 1, just throw the 50 on the leg. You've got to risk it any damn way. Now, let's go for the 7. Or, better yet, watch this. We're assuming you're at a $10 table. I'm using these as ones now. And this was what Waylon was talking about. Now, I won't ever do this, not because it's a bad idea, it's just I'm not dealing with singles when I do this series. I'm just not. So now, if you look at it this way, what happens if the 7 comes? Now remember, this is all profit. Alright? If the 7 comes now, you lose 24 but gain 25 minus the big. You're basically even. You didn't lose. If the 10 comes, you lose your 50 just like a 7 would have wiped you out if you were putting 50 somewhere else. You're still risking the 50. But the added bonus to this is now you might be able to hit some, you know, 14s, 14s, and 14s before that happens. It's just another way to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that this one time just so I can bring it to life. Alright, here we go. 8 is the point. Now just stay away from the 10. There's the 7. In this case, it's pretty much even. Lose 24, you win 25, there's the big, whatever. You're even. So now, we can just leave it there. Remember, we're still working on profit. You can turn them on now. At this moment, fuck it. Turn them on, doesn't matter. So let's do that. We're going to turn them on. There's the 7, I evened out again. Okay, there's a 6. They're on, right? So I get 14. I'll pay 15, you know, for 1. But forget that 1 for right now. I'm just doing this. But I'm going to lay this all here. I'm not going to, well, I will keep the profit, but I'm going to lay it out here. So there's one time it worked. And there's another 5. I don't get the 5. Hold on. There's a 9. I don't get the 9. There's another 5. We get another one of these. You can spread out from here. There's a 4. 2. Uh-oh. There's the 10. Alright. In this case, you're done. Alright. Still the 6 is the point. But in this case, take your 15 that you won, pocket it. The 10 came, so you're going to lose this just like a 7 would have cleared out this. Are you with me? If it had been that, and the 7 came, you'd have lost that just the same. But in this case, we won an extra 14 bucks, and then you can bring all that back. Alright? So I'm going to put these back over. I'm not going to do it again. I just wanted to show you. So many things you can do. All right, so the 6 is still there. I'm not gonna do anything with that. I don't have to do anything because that 10 was just profit. Yeah, I gotta wait. There's a 4. Let's just go ahead and clean this out. 10. 7 out. Boom. Alright, here we go. Back to square one. But true, I don't deal with singles when I roll this. Therefore, that throws a whole new light in it by doing 12s and 18s and all that I just won't do during the series. But it doesn't negate the fact that you surely can. And they're good ideas too. So, alright, here we go. 12. I ought to put this on the 4. I swear to you. No, good thing I didn't. There's a hard 4. Oh, points of 4. And then we 7 out, so I get 15 bucks. Alright, slow down, Ken. Slow down, buddy. Alright, back at it. 7. They're off. I just got them out there waiting. There's a 9. Now everything's working. There's a 6. There's hit number 1. Go for hit number 2. Up. 7. That's alright. I'm still going to make 15 on the deal. And everything comes down. Nope, I lost that. Sorry. No, I made 15 on the deal. And now everything's off. I'm sorry. Oh my Lord. Yeah, I think I did that right. I made 15, then the 7, then I gave myself 15. Alright, so basically everything would have been gone, now we put it back. Alright, I think I'm solid there. Let's get a point. There's an 8. Alright. But we got one hit plus say 15, so really one more hit, which is there. Now we could go ahead and do other things. Alright, I don't need my lay anymore. Point is still an 8. Alright, so now let's do something totally different. We're dealing with some good profits. So instead of coming out there with, 30-30 or 25-25, let's say we are at a $15 table. Well, you can sit here and go like that. Now remember, you could do 15 here, that'd pay 21. I don't mind doing that. I just won't pay myself the 1. I'll pay myself 20. But you can do that. You can break this down further, right? We won about 70 bucks. Now let's only come out there, with 30. But I'm covering 2 numbers. Just options, man. That's all they are. All right, there's an 8. That's the point. I'm going to keep them out there because it's profit anyway. Let's turn them on. Let's turn them on. Okay, there's a 6. They're definitely on now. 4. 7 out. Still lost, but didn't lose as much. Alright, let's see where we're at. We got about $175. That's cool. This time, let's go to the 4. Just because, you know what? Because you can. No other reason. Everything's the same, but just freaking because you can. Alright, there's a 9 is the point. 12. 7 out. Same thing. 150, 135. Screw the VIGs at the moment. We're going to make 15. So maybe you make about 12, 13 on it. Who cares? Alright, let's get another point. These are all off now. 11, 12, 6. Alright, let's get another one. There's an 8. There's hit number 1. Now another thing you guys are saying, well Ken, why are you waiting for 2 hits? You've got so much profit over here. You can come out and do all that. Yes, I know. But I don't want to lose what I've already won. Anything I do out here, I want it to be on the new profit, not old profit. I don't want to go backwards. Okay? Just in case you guys were asking. And I'm sure some of you were. But could you? Sure. You can take all your profit and throw it out there and try to make something happen. You can. Alright, there's the 10. So we get that. So we bring our lay down and we'll keep the 6 and 8 up this time. Yeah, why not? Let's just do the old fashioned 6 and 8. There's a 9. 2. 6. 25. 35. We'll put that over here. They're off. Should have kept them on. That's alright. 5. 9. Now another thing you could do, because that's profit, just like the Wayland thing, you got $30 out there. I mean, if you wanted to stroke 100 out here just to mitigate that, you could. I'm not. But you could. And it's not the dumbest thing either. 10. Except I'd have got hit right there. 11. 4. 2. 5. Everything but. There's an 8. That was a 2. Alright, that's our technically second hit. Alright. So, let's go ahead. Here's what I'm going to do. I love those 10s and 4s. There's a 6. That's the point. Alright, another option. You're still working with profit. Bring them down, start all over, or keep them up. I'm going to choose to keep them up. Okay, but I'm going to turn them off. You could turn them on if you wanted to. And you'd have done alright. So here we go. What I'm looking for, there's a 9, of course. I'd like 11. I'd like for somebody to fucking have a monster roll. There's a 5. Can you believe that? Everything I don't need. Unbelievable. There's a 3. I need or would like 7. I would like to have somebody have a monster roll. This is my 4th session and nobody's had a monster roll. I haven't been able to build these up and make money and then do another regression since I've done this. Which is probably a little bit of reality. But every once in a while you're going to get that monster roller and you're going to be able to regress, build back up, regret, I just ain't been able to so far. Let's see what we got. There's 75. So we got 250. We really only have about $50 left to do. Another option, you can bail out of that across stuff, you know, and then just do something else for 50 bucks. You know, like this. Try it. I mean, you're burning some of your profit, so I don't want to, but you could, right? I'm gonna just come back out here, normal shit. Grab a point, just like normal. All right. But it's still 15 bucks. We'll take it. I always, whether I'm doing a don't pass or lay-in, I want to make it some kind of a profit center, whether it's 15 bucks, 30 bucks, you know, if you can. No, just me. Oh, these are off. Woo, that's a good thing. I'll bet you there's been some 10, because I wouldn't have had that yet. I'll bet you there's sometimes I've lost that 10 and I went ahead and took the loss when it was off. Because you got to understand, I don't have any of this out there normally. I wait for the point, then I put it out. So in this case, the 10, now you put it out there. I just have been putting it out there and saying it's off. But I'll bet you if I go back and look at all my videos, when these were off, if the 10 came, I counted it as a loss. I'll bet you $1 million, and I would have been wrong. So now it goes out there. Now everything's on. That would be interesting. I'll bet you I have. There's a 3. Now if the 10 comes, like it just did, now I lose it. Okay. We'll just turn these off. These are off. Just so I can deal with this. Alright? Everybody knows these are off. Little off stickers on them. Let's just deal with this damn 10. There's like 2, 3 10s in a row. Let's get our money back. There's the 7. Off. Now I get my 300 back. Off. Start over. Okay, there's a 7. Don't mean nothing. 12. 8. And also understand, I'm probably the mistake fucking king. You know, it's a drinking game going on out there. You gotta take a slug every fucking mistake I make. I don't want you to concentrate on my mistakes, folks, because they're gonna be there. Please believe me. I want you to concentrate on the concept of what I'm sharing with you in this stuff. Especially this one. So much. I want you to concentrate on the core concept versus my fuck-ups. Alright? Alright, 8 is the point. Here we go. There's a 11. There's an 8, and that's the point. We get our first hit that we can pocket. Okay. Everything's off. I think it's easier just telling the dealer, just everything's off. Then on, off, on, off, on, off. That's just me. Alright, another 8. We need one more hit, and then we can do stuff. 6. 25. 35. Bring this down. Let's bring everything back. Let's figure out where we are. And then we can figure out what our next move is. Alright. We have And you can, listen, we're in the middle of the roll. They're going to keep humming them, right? So if you need to bring everything down so you can figure out where you are, screw the rest of the rolls. Bring everything down. Let them finish out while you're doing this, all right? But we still haven't ate. And it might not be by the time you get done. It could be off. It doesn't matter. Look at there. We're there. So this roll don't matter. You're off. Who cares? All right. Now you have to decide what you want to do. There's your 300 for your session that you have to have. Now you have $45. Keep the extra 45 or split it in half and do something different. So let's take 25 more. Now we got 325 and take this 20. If you're on a $10 table, you can split it. Split the 4s and 10s. You know, do a field and a 4. I don't care. Let's do a field and a 4. Or a field and a 9. Let's do a field and a 9. Okay, they're on. Turn them on, buddy. Okay, there's an 8. You lose that one. Okay, great. Now you got the stinking 9. That's all you got. But it doesn't matter. Take that 9 off. Put it down on the field. All right, fine. 7 out, you lose. Okay, so what? You gained another 25. And this goes back to what I was saying in the very, very beginning. If your mind is right, because your bankroll is right, and because you're coming to the casino with the correct bankroll, not just the dollar amount, but correct in where it came from, your mind can not be over there. Your mind don't need to be in, oh shit, I can't lose this. Oh man, I gotta get gas money. Oh, it can't be there. It's impossible for you to do what you need to do correctly and be worried about that. So it goes all the way back to that. Have a proper bankroll. Whoops, I need $5 more. I'm gonna steal $5 from the casino. I don't know, but just please listen to me. So I don't care if it's a $200 bankroll, and you got to play that way. I don't care. Be able to burn it. You got to free your mind. Free your mind when you gamble, man. Okay, it's too much on you. All right, so there's our 325 that we won. Let's go ahead and add it. So that is 500. So now we're at 1275 for 4 sessions. We're about 318, 319 a session. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, well, there's session 4. We're 4-0, and we're just fucking around too, really. I am just trying to teach you a little bit on this. But we'll do another one here probably shortly. Oh man, 33 minutes. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, till next time, be great.